Hello, good afternoon. This is the speaking section of the Ielts exam. The interview will take about 15 minutes. I will ask you some questions in 3 parts, okay?
Okay.
Examiner is Sarah Parker and examiner number is 792021. Candidate is Johanna Guffert and the candidate's number is 23589. May I see your ID card?
Yes, here you are.
Thank you. Okay.
Thanks.
So, can you tell me where are you from?
I'm from Germany, Frankfurt.
Do you work or study?
Actually, right now I'm self-employed. I'm working in global markets and I analyze the markets around the world.
Do you like going to street markets?
Actually, no, it's not my type to go street markets. I like to be in malls and luxurious markets.
What kind of things do you buy at street markets?
If I want to go to street markets, actually I prefer to buy handicrafts about I don't know that city that city is famous for. So yeah, handicraft is my choice.
Okay. Would you like to go to a street market in another country?
Yes, if I want to go to another country, for example, India, I love to go to its street markets because they are so colorful and their handicrafts are so local and so unique, and I wanted to be there.
Very good. Are street markets popular in your country?
No, actually it's not. In my country has a lot of malls, beautiful malls and designer markets, design markets, and actually brand markets in my town, actually in Frankfurt.
Let's talk about celebrities. Who is your favorite celebrity?
My favorite celebrity is Taylor Swift, American singer and songwriter. I've followed her from 18, and I'm so obsessed with her because her creativity in write lyrics and songs.
Would you like to be a celebrity in the future?
Actually, if I be honest, no, because I'm so scared of be famous or for reputation, and I think reputation maybe change me, and I don't like it at all.
Okay. So now I'll give you a piece of paper, and you have time to think about this question around 1 minute. After that, you should talk around 2 minutes. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah.
So,
thank you so
here
much.
you are.
Thank you.
And this is the question.
Okay. Okay.
All right, thank you very much. Now you may talk.
Okay. I have Thomas is a friend of mine. He's so cheerful and he's so kind, and we have a lot of things in common actually. We've met each other when we went to university, and he was my classmate. And I think he's so unique, and he's so thoughtful, and he has a lot of wisdom, and it's a lot of fun that's going out with him, and we sometimes go to cafe and talk about cinema, movies, and philosophy, and something like that, and I'm so enjoy to spend time to him. Yes, he's my best friend now, and he is the reason that I'm like to the cinema. I'm like to be a filmmaker in the future.
Mm-hmm. Very good. What types of people interact easily with each other?
I think in this world, in modern world, actually the narrow-minded people, it's so hard to get along with other people. Mm-hmm. You know, because they have own ideas, and like they are so dogmatic person, and it's not works in our modern world.
Okay,
yeah.
And what type of people interact easily with others?
I think easygoing people, and not non-wisdom people, or easygoing. I mean that go along with everything, not there is no big deal with everything, and yes, they are so. Live at moments actually, and live at moments, and they are so happier than other people.
Do people now have enough time for communication?
After coronavirus pandemic, I think the communication lost his meaning. Actually, it's close to the social media, and we just saw and meet each other in social media in Instagram, and so I think in this pandemic, communication is so harder than before.
Does technology make it easier to communicate with family and friends?
Can you reread your question for me?
Yeah. Does technology make it easier to communicate with family and friends?
Yes, for example, for the students all around the world that's far from their family, it's so easier to connect with their family and friends, and it's so good. And yes, technology it's help people right now.
Okay, let's talk about medicine. Do you think that medicine should be free?
I think it should. It should be free for every single person that living in this world. And as a I don't know. As a human being, we should. The government has to prepare the good situation for free medicine for all the people, students, I don't know, worker, and all the people in the community, and it's so important.
How can people improve their health?
I think mental health is so important these days, and first of all, they should care about their mental health, and when improve them and mental issues, they should go along with another people, and then care about themselves. For example, in checkup in every month, and the government should help these people too.
Okay. Do you think that in the future there will be fewer disease?
In the future, I don't know. I don't think so. The fewer disease must be have. Must we have in the future? But I think the solution of healing is much better than these days, and I think educational people and medicine is so expanded in the future.
Okay, thank you very much. This is the end of your speaking test.
Thank you so much. Hope you and wish you luck.
Thank you. Alright, I have some tips for you. Well, you speak fluently and confidently, which is really good, and that's a positive point. I like your ideas, and you can speak in a good way. You use both complex and simple structures, but you should work on your complex structures in terms of grammar. You use a good range of vocabulary, and your self-correction is okay, but you should control it, because self-correction is not a bad or negative point, but it should be less, not a lot. Your pronunciation features were good enough, but not excellent. You should work on it, especially related to those vocabulary that you may use it in your mother tongue. For example, social media, not social media. It's not correct. Pay attention to using a correct form of prepositions. For example, once in a month, not once on a month. It's not correct. Or on Instagram, not in Instagram. It's important, okay, to memorize them.
Okay.
By the way, I'll give you 6.5, and that's a good one. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi there, I have some tips for you. Candidates who gain band score 6 or 6.5 may have a good coherence, and they may talk fluently, but they have a lot of self-corrections, which is not a good idea. They use a good range of connectives and discourse marks, but not always appropriately. So you should pay attention to this point. It's very important. In terms of grammar, they use both complex and simple structures, but not very flexible. They may have mistakes and self-corrections. So if you want to gain more score, you should pay attention to this point too. In terms of vocabulary and lexical resource, they have a good knowledge of expressions and idioms, but they may have some errors and mistakes. They use them not confident enough. Well, last but not the least, in terms of pronunciation, they use a range of pronunciation features with mixed control. They may have some self-correction, they don't pay attention to a stressed syllable, but they can correct themselves time to time. Well, if you want to gain more score, you should pay attention to all these points and try to improve yourself in terms of grammar, use complex structures. In terms of lexical resources, you should know topic-related vocabularies and idioms and expressions. and pay attention to your pronunciation features. Thank you very much.